Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been so bad at vlogging lately. Are you still smelling the puppy on my shirt? Are you done? Poor Judy. I'm so jealous right now. I'm so jealous. So I decided to go live because I have been so bad recently about doing any vlogs. Just because, I don't know, I just suck at vlogging. I don't know, here lately I've been pretty bad about putting out vlogs because I've just kind of been really busy. And where I was taking time, hey guys, people are coming, yay! Where I was taking the time to like set up the camera or take shots of stuff, like I've really been bad about forgetting to like film things. Like today, I thought to myself, we went to, hi Jay, we went to a pawn shop store, gun store, um, and there was a lot of like really cool taxidermied animals. And then, um, hi Angie, we did that. And then when we were leaving, we were on our way up to Knoxville, and I was just like, crap. Like, I've not vlogged at all today. Like, I've not picked up the camera whatsoever. I've not done anything. And so then we went to Guitar Center. From there, y'all, I spent almost 2 hours in there. 2 hours. With 3 little kids who did not want to be in there. While John literally touched every guitar I think that the place owned and tried out every amp, every guitar, everything until I was just like, but he ended up getting himself 2 pedals, um, 2 great places to go. Thank you, Jay. He ended up getting 2 pedals and some chords. My mom bought him an amp recently. So he has his guitar and some pedals, and it apparently one of them is a reverb and one of them is a compression pedal. Thank you, Patsy. So I'm just like, was it that necessary? But it's whatever makes him happy. So after that, we left, and I made him pay for making me go to Guitar Center because I went to a pet store. The pet store was kind of interesting because, number one, the girl that was there has already decided, Mama Cat, which I've not even shown you guys Mama Cat yet, but Mama Kitty, I don't know when she's due because I don't know when she got pregnant, but her little nose kind of dry, and we need a music video vlog. I do need to do a video. But like she acts like it might be kind of getting closer. So this woman, we kind of just struck up a conversation. She was an employee there, and she was like, oh, well, whenever your kittens are born, I really, really, really want one. No problem. So I've already gotten rid of one of the kittens. I don't even know how many she's got. And then the lady was like, do you want to hold a puppy? Is that a question? Of course I want to hold a puppy. So I was like, she was like, which puppy do you want to hold? Now, little known fact that I don't think I've ever actually shared is the fact that I don't just love dogs. Like, I am one of those weirdos that like I messaged somebody on Facebook the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, is that a boykin? She said, yeah. I'm that person. Like, I can tell you all kinds of breeds and where they originated from, and because I'm a nerd. And so the lady was like, which dog do you want to hold? Maybe she was thinking I was going to say, oh, that little one right there. No, I was like, can I hold the Bernese Mountain Dog? And she goes, yeah. So she goes and gets the puppy. And she said, do you have this kind of dog? And I was like, no. I'm just sitting there loving. This thing was so freaking cute. I was just like, it's so fluffy. But I was loving on him. And so we just kind of struck up the conversation. And she said, she was like, how did you know what kind of dog this is? And I told her, I said, oh, that's because, I worked at a vet office. I went to vet school. This was my thing, my jam. And she was like, oh, okay. And I said, hey, you don't know it, because I'm thinking about selling Roni. Maybe. I don't know. Got rid of all the rabbits, and now I'm just kind of like thinking, should I have gotten rid of the rabbits? Do I really want another rabbit? And so, that being said, I'm insane, guys. Like, I'm clinically insane. Something's wrong with me. So, I said, okay. I told her, I was like, you don't know anybody. Y'all don't buy bunnies, do you? And she was like, and what kills me is they are selling baby bunnies for $50. $50. I can barely get mine to sell for $10 or $15. I've sold like 2 bunnies ever for $20. Are y'all back to doing Southern Mama's coffee break? Not yet. Amy is obviously like uber busy between the release of the book she just done and the release of the book she's working on, and then of course the conference. Amy is uber busy, so she cannot promise me once a week. And Tangi already had decided to quit back in September, so it's gonna be me mostly. Amy has agreed to do a 1 time a month Southern Mama's coffee break. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, and so I have to wait until our income tax comes in and I can afford a computer. Because when I get a computer, then I will be in charge of Southern Mamas, because you can't add guests on the phone. So Southern Mamas will be coming back probably the first week of March. And so I will be setting that up, and then I'm going to do, instead of it always just being me, because that would be really boring. Instead, every single week I'm going to be bringing in a Southern Mama guest. I'm going to have a guest host every single week, so that should be super fun. But the lady, anyway, back to squirrel. So the lady tells me, she goes, she was like, since you know something about rabbits and you worked in a vet clinic, we actually had to fire our breeder because we kept getting baby rabbits coming in with parasites. And I was like, oh, what kind of parasites? And she's like, well, they didn't say. How are you supposed to treat a parasite? She was like, do you know any kind of, so I started listing her things that they're herbalistically or holistically going to help a rabbit that has parasites. And so she goes, can you wait right here for just a minute? And I was like, sure. So I'm sitting there. Look at you, Bandana. You're the best mod. I love you. So I'm standing there, and I'm just like, okay. Next thing I know, she comes back. She was like, I just got off the phone with my general manager, and he wanted to know if you were interested in a position. It's like a job, and she's like, yeah, they need an assistant manager for the kennel. And I was like, lady, I live an hour away. And can I think about it? So I got offered a job without even wanting a job. So that was kind of neat. So that was my exciting thing that happened today. And then, thanks guys. Y'all keep saying I'm pretty. You know why? I know y'all gonna think this is crazy, but it's because I ain't got glasses on. I've worn makeup like this a million times, but I don't have glasses on. I always can display my makeup if I have no glasses. You love my glasses. I'm also kind of nervous because they're supposed to be calling me next week, and I am getting new glasses. I can't wait for you guys to see them. They don't look much different than the other ones, but just a little bit. So after we left the pet store, where else did I go? Went to Tractor Supply. Oh my God, and they had chicken coops. They had chicken coops. See, I have a place in my yard that I could put the chicken coop that nobody would ever see. And they had them on clearance for $250. But you had to get it before the 14th. And I looked at the calendar. I was like, I ain't got time to do that. Like, I'm going to have to come up with the money, and ain't no way. But I was just like, man, I need like a chicken tractor. Put my chickens in it. Uncle Ross said that my camera needs to be higher. I can't. It's on a stand, and I can't make it go higher because it shows the double chin. I know. The angle is that it shows the double chin. So I was really super excited about the chicken tractor, and I'm just like, So that was one thing. And then where did we go after that? Then I went to Walmart, see my mama at work. And that's about it. That was the extent of my day. And I didn't feel like it could have been vlog worthy. Like if I would have been in the mood to film, I could have made it vlog worthy. Oh, one thing that I've not told you guys, but my 2 little baby chicks, they died. So I put 13 eggs in the incubator. 5 hatched. 1 died within a couple of hours. 2 died within a few days, and 2 died within a few weeks. So I don't think that they had the best genetics. So I'm not mad that they died, because I wouldn't want them to live and then get into my breeding program and then all that stuff. What about your chicken and evil dragon neighbor? Which evil neighbor? I've got 2 now. 2 that hate me. One of them doesn't like my chickens. One of them went on Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy's Homestead Homies and trashed me. Not knowing that I was on there. Not knowing I was friends with Doug and Stacy. I was like, you special kind of stupid. The one that hates my chickens. We didn't ever speak to her. She will drive by occasionally and just do the whole thing at me. And I just roll my eyes and move on. Yeah, you guys didn't know that. That's hilarious. That was a while ago. And he hates Jason too, so he let Jason have it real good. Idiot. I was the bigger person. Do you have to get rid of your chickens? I did have to get rid of my big chickens, but I have my little chickens inside my barn and nobody can see them. So I actually had, oh, that was the other thing. I told you guys I had the fence guys come out and look at my fence and tell me how much it would cost to put up a privacy fence. $3,600. And I was like, y'all smoking crack. There ain't no way I would ever pay almost $4,000. Thank you, Nana. Almost $4,000 to put up a fence. Like, it's dumb. So, now that I know John Zane Angie's on here watching, Uncle Ross needs to know that I might have to employ him to put up just that one strip of fence that Lou took down. And we might need to put on a real gate, and then I'm going to get those like privacy screen things and tack it because that's so much cheaper. I'm ghetto. But hey, whatever works. If I could just let the chickens out. I'm almost to the point now that when I find out, whenever Mr. Rhodes finds out about Alan and Kayla just are paid ours. Okay, I didn't know what we were talking about. But, oh dear. It's just one strip. One strip. Just that one spot. He loves me. I'm always, if you guys see Angela, that's John Zane Angie. And his Uncle Ross, God love his soul. Anytime I have farm questions, anytime I have anything, I'm like, Ross. He's my go-to, and he's much appreciated for it. He's a cow farmer. But he knows a lot about chickens, too. Don't get loopy around that. Wow, I have a tiny duplex, and mine was $2,900. Yeah. Yeah, projects. He's got a lot of stuff, so it's not an emergency or nothing, but at some point. Build the ugliest scrap skid fence. I thought about like using pallets, being like janky. This is what Casey Jolene. I thought about doing that. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just gonna put that strip of fence up. I really would love to have like a wood fence. Like even if I could just go buy the privacy fence and just put a strip of privacy fence right there, and then buy the cheap like stuff to go around it, because if I could do that, you can bet your butt cheeks that I'm gonna paint that fence, and then I'm gonna put something smart aleck on it. I don't know what yet, I might paint a barn and chickens on it. Big, I'm not allowed to have chickens. I'll paint chickens on a fence. Put the privacy fence against our windows. So that was actually like the guy that came to look at the fence. He's like, he told me, he said, so, bye, Gigi, see you tomorrow. I'll call you. So, I even told him, I was like, he's like, do you want us to paint it? I was like, no, don't paint it. I'm going to paint it. I have an idea. What about putting a privacy fence around the chickens wide enough to let them out? That's what I'm doing. The fenced-in area that I already have a fenced-in area. There's just, back when I first got rid of the chickens, the guy who was mowing our yard at the time, when we had the pony and the chickens inside the fence, they kept that grass down. Well, when there was nothing in there, he had to get his mower in, and his mower was too big to go through the gate. So, like, when Ross put the fence post in, like, day in. So, I told him, he said, can I just take the fencing down and just go through? I mean, there was nothing in there. I said, go ahead. So, that being said, we ended up taking the fencing down, and somebody asked me, could they have it? And I was like, sure, I'm not going to need it. Because at the time, that's when I just had the little button quail. I thought I was never going to get anything else. And now, fast forward, and I'm thinking, probably need to do that. I thought it was the fence that needed painting, not the birds. Yeah, it is the fence, not the birds. But yeah, so that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to put up a piece of privacy fence possibly through that way. And then that way the chickens can go back out into the lot. I want to get goats. And someone commented and said in the last video that I posted about, good fences make good neighbors. Had commented and said something about that goats make a lot of noise and they can be really loud if they want to. But the thing about it is, it's not that I don't know that the goats don't make no noise. My rooster crows already. It's not the noise, because she's so far away she actually cannot hear me. She can't hear what's going on. And even in that, there's so many farms literally around us that there's no way to prove that that sound is coming from me. So that's that. And at this point, honest to God, this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna get the goat. I'm gonna get the chickens at least. Let them out for sure. I'm gonna be considering the goat. I'm gonna think about that, because it is a risk, especially if Mr. Rhodes can't get it taken care of with the lawyer. But at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Hello, Cab 7. I'm just going to get the goat and stick them out there and just say, freaking sue me. Sue me. What's the worst that could happen? Because when I asked the lawyer, I was like, what's the worst that could happen? You know what he told me? The worst thing that could happen is that I would get a letter from a lawyer, again, like I did before, and they would have to send a surveyor out, and everybody would have to be in ordinance with the restrictions for them to be band-aided, and not one single freaking solitary person but her and one other out of 13. That is what I'm going to do, Mike Carey, that I'm going to get Nigerian dwarfs, because I'm only going to get two. I'm only going to get 2 does. They're small enough to where they can go in the barn, and that paddock is plenty space for them. If I have to, I'll bring them in the house, frickin' take pictures of them, and then I'll tell the judge, look! Look at me! This is my goats in my house. These are my pets. Because all it says is household pets. It don't specify. So, again, to her and her snootiness. So, I don't know. At this point, like, she would literally have to have, if she really wants to spend that kind of money to get the lawyer, to pay him, to have a surveyor come out, to sue 10 to 11 people out of 13 to get the restrictions followed, have at it. I'm there. I'm at that point. I'm so done hiding from her. She's so dumb. Do what you want. You is dumb. So, there's that. So, that has been happening. Another thing that has been happening is the fact that my sister is getting married. Minuteman, yes, I'm still nagging about it. I think that is probably going to literally, that is kind of like set the tone for my channel, and it's just kind of stayed that way. Yes, Bandana, my little 19-year-old sister is getting married. Not just getting married. He asked her 1st of January, and yeah, my baby sister. Yeah, Steph, baby sister. So, he asked her at the very, 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 very 1st of January, end of December, and she's getting married at the end of April. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, what are you doing? I love her and I'm excited and all that, but all I can think of is like 4 months. 4 months. And at first it was like, oh, we just want this little bitty wedding, it don't matter. And then she went and tried on a dress, and now she's like, I need a caterer and I need this. And then we started pricing stuff, and she's like, so I don't need a caterer. So that leaves me cooking food. Like, we're rushing around trying to get everything done. And so we went and tried dresses on for her, and oh my God. Y'all, it was so hard. I was sitting there. My mom went in the changing room with her, and it's like she was helping her get dressed. And she came out in the first dress, and the way that it looked, it kind of looked just like a really nice white sundress. So I was just like, hey, you know, I ain't really crazy about it. And so she walks off, and she was like, let me go get another one. So she gets another dress on. She comes out, and I was like, and I just sat there. And then the last dress, the one that she was like really obsessed with, she ended up trying on twice. And the second time around, the woman was like, let's put a veil on her. I was like, please don't. Please don't. And so they put the veil on her head, and I was just like, and I kept swallowing really hard. I was like, ugh, why? Because I'm 12 years older than my little sister. There's 2 brothers between us. And Hollerita, I love it. So I'm sitting there watching, and like I said, I'm 12 years older than Emily, and when my brother Lucas was born, he was like deathly ill. Like, he literally died, and they had to bring him back once. Like, Lucas was very sick. And so my mom was gone a lot, and thank you. And she was very super, super, super busy and dealing with like trying to keep Lucas alive. And so I was about 13-ish, 12, 13-ish. And I just kind of took over the cooking and the cleaning. And that's a lot of the reason why all of my siblings kind of see me as like the other mom, even though I'm not. Like, mom, I guess a lot of times you hear people say things like, you know, that their oldest sibling was like their parent when they had bad parents. And it's not that I had a bad mom. It's just she was trying to help my brother survive. And so she was very absent from the house, being in the NICU for like 6 weeks at a time. So because of that, I ended up like having to mature really fast. And Emily was a baby. And so that was my baby. That was like my little plaything. That was my toy. Like, I have home videos of us as little bitty kids, and I'm like 14, and I used to dress her up and make her pretend to sing and like film music videos. And my brother was the cameraman for my poor mama. So like, that was the kind of stuff that I did. Like, she's my baby, and she'll even tell you that like, sometimes we have a sister relationship, sometimes we have a friend, but sometimes we have like mom-daughter relationship. And I told her, I was like, I wasn't digging seeing my baby walk out there in that dress. Like, it just, I don't know, it hit me in the heart. And I was like, oh my heart. I don't know how I feel. And guys, I cry at weddings. Like, not just a little bit, but like, I am one of those that I like ugly cry at weddings. It don't matter whose wedding it is. It could be on TV. I literally gotta get a goose that will act like a guard dog. That's not a bad idea. Except they're loud. oh my God. Like, I'm trying to keep it a little bit quiet. Goose is really loud. But, so I was just like, when I saw her, I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. And so I ugly cry at weddings anyway. And I'm just like, how am I, and I'm her maid of honor. So I'm like, how am I going to do this? They're going to open the door. So I'm like, all the way down the aisle. Like, there's a girl that I consider her a friend of me. Like, she's a friend of the family, friend of mine. But we've also been enemies a lot longer than we've ever. Is Big Bear going on tonight? No. I already asked him. I got on him and Robin said no. They said that they're pretty much not going to do a whole lot of Saturday nights anymore. It's not that they don't love you guys. They're just trying to lay low because they're busy. They're busy. And it kind of got overwhelming. I mean, they did a lot of shows for a long time. They done a lot of stuff for a long time. I think they just need a break. But they are all fine. I actually talked to Jason yesterday. And I always call him on Facebook Messenger, the video chat. And, like, you can, it's almost like Snapchat. Like, you can do these things. So there's, like, a cat on your head or there's a disco ball. And mine and his conversations consist of me asking him, is he okay? And then it consists of me and him, like, changing faces, just laughing at each other. That's it. He is like a big brother that I've never had. So there's my mama. Of course I'm talking about you. So anyway, Monday we are going to try on dresses. And I'm not looking forward to that. Because I'm fat and I'm not digging going shopping with a bunch of little skinny people for dresses. They might think I'm a deadbeat mom. Mother, I literally just sat and explained the fact of why you weren't around, why I helped raise Emily, and that you were a great mom. So get your panties out of a wad. Everybody tell my mama that I said she was a good mom and she's just crazy. Well, hello, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. You can't be a deadbeat when you was on a few live feeds. This is true. She's been on live feeds. She's in several videos. I've not had mom in a video in a long time either. I don't know why. I've just been horrible about vlogging. But I promise you this week, I promise this week, I've got so much to do. It's just sad. My first 3 days of the week are going to be super busy. And I've got to go film another Granny video soon. Granny's feeling pretty good. Believe it or not, I'm planning to take Granny horseback riding when it warms up. So I will definitely vlog Nanny going horseback riding. But Monday, we're going to be going all day dress shopping. We're going to look for bridesmaids' dresses. We're going to look for what happened with the Amish and the milk. Okay, so I have not went and seen Granny or the Amish in a while. I've not seen Granny in a little bit, but I've not seen the Amish in a while. And the reason why is the last time I went to see her was about a month and a half ago. And she had just had her baby the night before. And I swapped out and got the milk from her sister. And I brought it home. And I was going to go back the following week. But that's when people started getting strep throat in the house. Well, it took about 3 weeks for everybody to be over strep throat. And then people started getting a stomach bug. And I was just like, I am not going to go to this poor sweet woman's house with even the possibility that I'm carrying some kind of cootie with her having a newborn baby. Not happening. So I want to go Monday, but Monday I'm going to be super slammed. Tuesday night, I have to go somewhere. But Tuesday morning, I'm going to try to go over there. And I'm going to let her know. I'm going to give her milk jug back and be like, I'm so sorry I'm not being here. I just don't want your baby to die from some sort of cootie. So I'm definitely going to be going back. I'm actually thinking about this Amish community is like a 40-minute drive for me. Like, it's a drive. But I really like Edna. She's so nice. But they're all nice. I've just figured that out. They're all nice. But there is actually an Amish community less than 3 miles from me. Literally, like, they're like over the hill. And so I'm thinking, like, if you went from my house as the crow flies, it's about a mile, 3 miles on a road. So I'm thinking about going over there and asking them about a milk share, and then just doing it that way, and then going and taking Edna her jar back and telling her that I love it and I appreciate it, but it's too far of a drive, and like going over to this one if they'll let me. So I think that would be just send the crow. I don't know if they can carry back the milk, or I'd send the crow. But yeah, that's the goal, because I'm going to be honest with you, the more I can connect with this Amish community, I think the easier my year is going to be with homesteading versus the last couple years when I've been limping along by myself, or what little bit Ross is a cattle farmer. He doesn't really do, he's pretty knowledgeable in chickens, and I've got people on YouTube that I look up to and I watch their videos, and that's how I've been learning. But they're actually in my area, so therefore, especially like my gardening questions, they're going to be right there, so they are going to have a lot better of an idea about our seasons. I mean, they're right there. So I'm hoping that they can help me out so that my garden's a little bit more of a success. The first garden I ever done, yes, last year was just garden number 2. This coming year is garden number 3. This third time I've ever grown anything ever. So garden number 1 was a really big success. It produced very well. I didn't have any issues with it. It was just really great. But it was tiny. That was the thing. It was super, super tiny. So I didn't get enough out of it. Like, what it produced was great, but it just wasn't big enough. So then I got excited because I was like, oh, I can't have animals in this fence. Gonna turn the whole thing into a garden. So I made this freaking monster-sized garden, and then inside the fence, and then I had a garden on the outside of the fence, and then a cornfield in between the fences, and I was just like, and then once I done it, I was like, I'm an idiot. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Master Gardener shares his secrets. Okay, so y'all seen that. Off Grid with Doug and Stacy said, gardening, better watch our video tomorrow. Master Gardener shares his secrets. So, Lone Star, the privacy fence, they almost want $4,000 for that little patch of a privacy fence. I don't freaking think so. So, we got like a plan B, plan C. So, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, they do great things. I watch their videos, and then I try to do stuff a different way, and then I end up regretting the crap out of it. Take potatoes, for instance. Potatoes. I see them do a potato pallet. They have these pallets. They do a little potato pile thing in it. And I thought, I know, but I just want to do it in the ground. No, I don't want to do it in the ground. No, I don't want to be out there for 2.5 hours digging freaking 15 pounds of potatoes out of the ground. No, I don't want to do that, because that is literally what I ended up doing. No, I really don't want to do that. So, that being said, if you see something that Off Grid with Doug and Stacy do, and it actually makes sense, and you say to yourself, that makes a lot of sense, maybe I should do that, don't talk yourself out of it. Because I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I was like, nah, And I just kind of like, whatever. I don't think I'm going to do that. Change my mind. I think I just really want to try it in the ground. No, that was dumb. Me and John were literally, and I don't even have a freaking potato fork. So we're out there. Me and him are out there. Wait a minute. Cherish pro tip on the fence. Take a month, dig the holes, set the posts, and the next month you can do the runners, and the next month you can add the vertical boards. Okay, so take a while to do this. I'm not looking for a privacy fence or anything until probably middle of, hold on a second. Let me put this person time out. Goodbye. Okay, so I don't know. I don't want to look for or even start thinking about a goat until about late spring, when I can contact. See, the vet office that I used to work for, I still love RB. That's the doctor. His name is Dr. Buchanan, and we call him RB. And he is in contact with a lot of people that get goats, and people will buy them thinking that they want them as like little house pets, and then it doesn't work out, and then they call us and they're like, you know anybody who would want a goat? So I'm hoping, most of the time it's little wethers though, and that's not what I'm wanting. So I'm hoping that I can get 2 little does. That's the goal. Mini cow. I want a mini cow, but honestly, I can't hide the mini cow. Now, that being said, should Mr. Rhodes decide he wants to like me enough to rent me out that little chunk of pasture on the other side of the fence, then I would think about a mini cow. Yeah, but they are not as cheap, and you can do it in stages. On Star, by the way, long time no see, brother. Okay. So, that being said, that's what I've been doing. My sister's getting married. Got wedding planning stuff going. Trying to figure out how to hide these friggin' animals. Preparing for my garden this year. Watching Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy so I don't do something friggin' stupid. Like, I wish you guys could have seen us digging those potatoes up. Like, 10 minutes into it, he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I was like, whose idea was this to put the potatoes in the frickin' ground? This was stupid. I'm never doing this again. Can you have a working bee? I don't know if I can have a working bee, but I do know that the Amish women do a lot of like quilting bees. I want to learn to quilt. I don't know how to do that either. Sounds like fun. They do canning bees and quilting bees and stuff like that. And so I'm hoping to spend the majority of the spring friending them like as much as I can so that they will invite me, or I can kind of invite myself, like be rude and be like, can I come? I want to do it. So that is my plans and goals. I don't have a lot of plans and goals this year. And the rabbit thing, like the lost my train of thought. The pet store that we went to today, they asked me, did I sell rabbits? And I was like, well, I did, but I sold them all. And they were like, well, I think I may have made a mistake selling my rabbits. So now I'm just like, I shouldn't get rid of Roni. I should just get another rabbit and just breed one rabbit and not get out of hand. But is that really what I want to do? I don't know. I think I'm done with the rabbit thing. I love my Rexy Roni. He's so sweet. But, so that's what we have coming up in the very near future. Weddings, baby kittens. If I catch this cat giving birth, I'm going to go live. I'm going to let you guys watch her have babies. Because that's cool. I'm super excited. I've not delivered kittens in a long time. And when I say delivered, I've not watched the cat give birth to kittens in a long time. Puppies, on the other hand, I've been privy to a lot of C-sections. I've assisted in a lot of C-sections. My favorite C-section that we done was probably, we came in one morning and a woman was already there and she was in a complete and total panic. For a second I thought Hope was going to say, if I catch this cat giving birth, I'll kill it. Oh, Lord, no. You have to watch what you put your fingers so they don't get poked. What? I had one cat give birth on my lap. I don't know about none of that. No, that's a messy ordeal. But my favorite C-section that I've ever been part of was a Neapolitan Mastiff. And the owner was already there when we pulled up at work. And then she was like, my dog's in labor. She's been in labor forever. And I can't. And so we were like, all right, let's prep the C-section. And they used to look at me like I was insane. But they kind of got used to the fact that I'm crazy. Because I'm like helping. And even the owners sometimes are looking at me like, I'm sorry. What? But like we're doing the C-section and they hand me the first puppy and I'm taking it back there and I'm working on it and suctioning its face out and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. And the second it makes its first little squeak, I sing happy birthday. I'm like, happy birthday, baby. And then I start singing happy birthday. I'm that person. Yeah, so you totally expect if I'm live with the cat giving birth to kittens that I'm going to be singing and screaming happy birthday to the babies. I get excited. I love it. I'm a weirdo. I love animals. Love animals. My other favorite C-section we done one time was pigs. And it was a little potbelly pig. Y'all, I would love to be able to convince John to let me have a pig. So bad. John will not let me have not another dog nor a pig unless something happens to the pug and Winter. They both have to be gone. He's like, we don't have enough space to be had nothing else. So I really want a pig though. Hope he might think you want to give birth to it. Oh, pig equals bacon. John is anti-bacon. He's not anti-bacon. That's what he told me. He was like, I'm fine with you getting a hog if we could have them. Fine with that. But you're not bringing a pig in this house. But they're so cute. I had a pig one time. When I was a teenager, I had a pig. And of course, only makes sense. I named him Wilbur. And Wilbur was so cute. And I bottle fed him. And I used to rub his little fat cheeks. And he was so cute. And I would put little clothes on him. Oh, I'd shake his bottle. And you'd hear his little feet just run across that floor. Boy, he was excited. And he'd nurse his little bottle of milk just poured down his face. Oh, God, he was so cute. And then my Uncle Harlan, Eddie, are you getting pregnant soon? Oh, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. No more babies for me. My creatures, I'll get pregnant, but not me. So I've been on here for about 42 minutes now. Does he go in the shed much? Hide it. He would shoot me dead. He would shoot me dead. And I'm afraid you'd be able to hear the pig because they scream. They're really loud. And what's the point of having a pig if they can't go roll around in the mud? So, I don't know. And that's the thing. That's the thing, too. And he's right. Another reason that I'm not getting another rabbit to breed them, unless, like, I contact the pet store and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll pay you, like, X amount of dollars for the babies. And even then, I may not do that because John is right. I need to stop bringing in animals that are not productive. He was fine with quail. He's fine with chickens. He's fine with all that. And I'm actually going to do a video on my chickens. And the reason why is because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what kind of chickens are these? How big are their eggs? Questions like that. And I want to possibly do this video, and I'm going to explore and show you guys why, if you live in a more urban setting, like a subdivision, or you have a really tiny backyard and you're not as concerned about meat, why the Old English game birds or the Dutch breeds are the best urban homestead chickens. So get ready for that. That video is coming at the end of this week. So, yeah, John wouldn't care. He would say that he was going to kill me. He would be angry for about 2 days. He didn't want Winter. He didn't want Poogie. He didn't want the cat. So, Team Peasant Chicken. That's right, my peasant chickens. I thought that was an interesting historical fact that they are peasant birds. That is pretty cute. Look at this. Oh, this is what he didn't want me to get. But how could you say no to the tutu? Huh? How could you say no to my tutu? This is actually Emily's dog. You can actually, if you go through my videos back a couple years ago, actually, is when we got Pootie. You can look at, I think it says the surprise pug. It's like a much older video. But it's the day that I got Pootie for Emily. Oh my God. How much burgers did you have today? Burgers? I don't know. I had a burger. Oh, my tutu tank boy, because him fat. I'm so fat. And him's not got no nose. Look how cute he is. How could you not love this? John says all the time, God didn't make this, the devil did. He's like, look at it. God didn't make it. And God didn't make it. Devil did. That's what he says. Okay, so that is basically the update. Oh, I don't care about the. I don't care about the trolls. They don't bother me. I care less. Y'all are just getting rid of them. They don't bother me. You said that and the pug grin so hard its lip touches. I don't know, ain't he cute? You know, him so ugly. He's cute. But yeah, I like the trolls to be deleted only because, like, if there's little kids in the chats. But as far as the trolls themselves, I don't care. I don't care. And I've noticed that I get more trolls if I'm on longer. So that's a lot of times why I do like little short ones. So yeah, see, I totally ignore that. Don't stress. Don't stress. They're weird. So anyway, my one last update. Last one. Yeah, they did take the ban option away. I already checked that. The trolls irritate you, you're too sensitive. It just doesn't bother me because it's some idiot who's bored. And so what they do is they'll get on the computer and you can just look up live feeds, like live feeds will come across, and you can just go find live shows and just randomly hop on. And they're bored. They're just bored like 30-year-old mama's boys in the basement. That's all it is. So it just doesn't bother me. But the only other update that I have about my life is one thing. And that's because I'm on a keto diet. That's it. And keto diet has been going really well. I thought that this was going to be a lot harder than it is. The only time it's been hard is like today we went out to eat and I thought, oh no, this is going to be terrible. But we went to somewhere called the Smoky Mountain Brewery, and the lady kind of looked at me like, excuse me? Because everything there is like fried and everything else. And I said, I want a bacon cheeseburger with mayonnaise on it. No bun. No nothing else. And instead of french fries, I want steamed broccoli. And she was like, okay. Just do what I said. Bring my food. It was really good. So I'm a picky eater. Just letting you know, I'm a picky eater. And so I have not found the keto diet hard because you can have cheese, you can have dairy. When I drink my coffee, and when I posted the video, and I was talking about the sugar substitute, and I was like, I don't know if this one's a good one or not. And everybody's like, no. So I put that sugar substitute away, and I went out and I bought the one that you guys told me to. So that's the one that I've got. So that's what I'm going to be putting in my coffee. I did try it in coffee, and it's not half bad. It's not great, but it's not half bad. So in the mornings, I put my pretend fake sugar in my coffee, and then I'll put coconut oil, and then I'll put some of that Kerrygold butter in it, and then I will put heavy whipping cream, and then that is my coffee. You know what oh yeah, you want me to start doing like recipes? I really need to show you guys how to, it's actually, what is the fake sugar? Pruvia or something like that. It's a version of stevia, kind of. It's the one that I did get. I can't remember what it was, but everybody was like, "Don't do it." Okay, I'm sorry. So I just let that one alone. So now I just use this other one. I'll have to show you guys in a vlog. I might do a whole keto day. This guy, y'all, stop timing out and deleting the same two people's. Just hide them. I can't remember what the name of it is. Yes, that's it, Steph. You got it. You got it. I bought a whole bag of it today so that I could put it in coffee. I tried to make myself these chocolate keto cookies. It tastes like butt. They're not good. They're not good. I thought they would be, but they're really not. Made me mad. I was like, this is not good. So I'll just eat, like, I eat natural peanut butter now. So I'll just eat a spoonful of peanut butter. And I found something Atkins in Walmart, if you go to like where the diet food is, the Atkins makes like fake candy. This ain't real, no real candy. And it's like 1 net carb or 2 net carbs or 3 net carbs. I think the highest they have is a 3. So I got some of the candy. It's not great, but it ain't bad. So let's just put it that way. But yeah, I may do a vlog sometime this week. And Atkins candy is yuck. It's not. I got the one that's supposed to look like the Ghirardelli squares. It's like chocolate with caramel in them. It's not bad. It's not bad. But the rest of it kind of tastes like a bud. It's gross. I don't like it. So, the cheesecake is an option. Yes, I saw that you can make cheesecake but not put a crust on the bottom of it. And I was just like, boy, that's happening. My son gave me some keto chocolate. Yuck. Baking chocolate. Yeah. Yeah. And I tried that. And I tried to make cookies with it. And I was just like, oh, what the frig is this? It was like grainy. Can you have nuts on keto? You can. You just have to be careful and not have too many. But like I eat pecans and I'll eat macadamia. I don't eat a lot of macadamia nuts, and I don't eat peanuts, but I will eat peanut butter, but I only eat the natural non-sugar peanut butter, like the best, like real peanut butter. Why couldn't you make a crust for the cheesecake out of nuts? You could, but if I was gonna make the cheesecake, I wouldn't add the extra carbs. No reason to. That way you can eat more cheesecake. You eat more cheesecake without the carbs. So I'm kind of doing like, if you guys, I don't know if you, I'm going to go ahead and give her a shout out. If you guys are not following Farmer Meemaw, you need to do it. It's like Farmer Meemaw Keto Wife Life now, I think, something like that. But follow Farmer Meemaw. Somebody, one of you mods can put her in the chat. She is very informative. She has very informative videos on keto. And she told me to do it once. And I was like, okay. And I tried, and I have ulcerative colitis. And the first time I done it, I had like the worst flare up. And I thought, oh my God, like keto will kill you if you have ulcerative colitis. Like, don't do this. You will freaking die. But I also didn't have it under control. And so since then, I've been doing what Stacy told me to do from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. She told me to do organic, like homemade bone broth and do that. And it has been helping. I don't have to do it every day now. I can just do it ever so often, like especially if I start having a little bit of a struggle, do a couple days of bone broth, clears right up, no problem. And also switching from 2% milk to whole milk and drinking the cow milk, like the raw cow's milk, has literally almost cured me. And I'm not even kidding. Like when I went to the bariatric surgeon and to do like a follow-up, and he was asking me about the ulcerative colitis, I told him, I was like, I started raw cow's milk, and it is literally like the symptoms were gone within like 2 days. Gone. Nada. No more. As long as I'm drinking raw milk, I'm good to go. And so when you're on keto and you can have all the milk, it's just like this diet was actually meant. So now that I've got the symptoms under control and the flare-ups under control, I was like, okay, I'm going to try the diet one more time, just because I think, I'm sure you guys, number one, like you see the fat chin. When I first started doing YouTube, if you go back and watch some of my videos, I'm like almost 30 pounds lighter. I've gained 30 pounds, and that's upsetting because altogether from my highest weight at this moment, I've lost 100 pounds. I had lost 130 and I've gained 30 back, and I was just like, this is not the way the scale is supposed to go. So we got to stop this. And a lot of it was because, I'm going to be totally honest with you, I got to where I was binge eating again. And even though I don't have a stomach and you can't eat a lot, I was cheating and eating things like popcorn and pizza, and pizza you're not even really supposed to have at all, but I would eat popcorn and chips, and they're called slider foods, and it's because as you're eating them, hi Food Forest, as you are eating them, they like kind of dissolve down to nothing, so you can overeat those. Guys, I was cheating so bad, and I got so, and not only that, you seen all the stuff I was baking, and I was like eating really fatty stuff, and I started putting on weight again, and I was just like, this is not the way I wanted to see the scale go. So I started kind of getting desperate, and I was just like, I got to do something. And so after I got all the symptoms under control of the ulcerative colitis, and on top of that, I had to be on prednisone. So after I got it under control, and I don't have to take any medicine now, I thought, you know what? I'm going to give keto another try. I'm on day 11, and I am not having a hard time at all. I am loving it. I feel better. Even if I never lose another pound, I feel better. So we're going to stick with it. I like it. It's not that hard. I'm kind of doing the lazy I'm kind of doing the lazy way, and I'm not counting all the macros. I'm just counting carbs. So I keep my carbs my net carbs are under 20 at all times. And like, we're doing good. I'm enjoying it. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. So if you guys are really, truly interested in it, then I will do a full day of keto eating and show you what I do. And if I do any kind of like special recipes, like I've got to show you guys how to do a bariatric pizza. Holy crap, it's good. Like we ordered from Domino's a couple days ago. We ordered Domino's. And so you said yes, Rita? Okay. So we ordered Domino's, and the kids and John were eating pizza, and I made my bariatric pizza, and I was sitting there eating it. And I could only eat, like, it's about that big, and you cut it in fours. And I was eating, and I told John, I was like, I ate 3 pieces, and I was like, I can't do the 4th one. You're going to have to eat it. And he goes, okay. And he ate it, and he goes, why do I like this better than my pizza? And I was like, do you really like it? He was like, this is the best pizza ever. He's like, I like this better than anything. And it is like 3 carbs for a pizza. So you guys, I'll have to show you how to do that. I'll have to show you how to do some of the little tips and tricks. I hate showing people, same way with the homesteading. I hate showing you guys how to do anything because I'm just learning and I'm probably not doing it right. And it's the same way with the keto. I kind of hate showing you because I'm just learning and I'm probably not doing it right. So I will do the best that I can. I will show you how to do some of these things. But that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing the cheater, lazy way of keto, and it is working. In 11 days, I have lost 4 pounds, and I do not think that it is water weight because I don't typically, strangely enough, I don't typically carry a lot of water weight, so I don't have a lot of problem with that. Like when I start losing weight, like I'm actually losing body fat. And I know you keep like 10 pounds in storage. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. But I've lost 4 in 11 days, and I'm happy with that. So, it's low and no sugar and low fat. Yes, that dark chocolate is good for baking. I just don't like the taste of it, so I skip it. I would just, and the other thing was I was like desperate for chips the other day. I was like, I need chips so bad. So I went and got pork rinds. You can have pork rinds. They're gross, but they're crunchy like a chip. So I tolerated it. I tolerated it. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. We're going to go have movie night. If you guys have never seen The War Room, that's what we're going to watch. I actually bought it today. I'm going to watch it one time, and then I am sending it to the lovely Miss Maria because she needs to see this movie. So I'm going to watch it and then ship it to California. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to go watch The War Room. I'm going to go hang out with the fam. I love you guys. I'll tell you a minute, man. I love you guys, and I promise you I will start vlogging much more this week, and I will start showing you some keto. We will talk about the pros and cons to the mini chickens, and until I make another video, John's playing music really loud, and so until I make another video, probably will be Monday. I love you guys. Good night.